It's Friday, March 20th, 2026. Hey everyone, like and share, and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Got a lot of news to go over today. Geopolitics, stock market. Stocks decline as bond yields climb on inflation fears. Oh my goodness. Stocks are under pressure today, with the NASDAQ 100 falling to a nearly 4-month low as bond yields rise on concerns inflation will climb due to the war in Iran. The 10-year, watch the 10-year, rose to a nearly 7-month high, the yield to 4.34. You got to watch that interest rate on that 10-year. The Iran war enters its 21st day as Iran presses ahead with attacks on neighboring states. Kuwait said it shut down several units of its Ahmadi refinery after multiple strikes, and Bahrain reported a fire at a warehouse. Also, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates said it intercepted Iranian missiles and Iranian drones today. My goodness. My goodness. The market vibe worsened today after Axios reported that the U.S. is considering plans to take over Iran's Karg, K-H-A-R-G island, with Iran's key oil export site, to put pressure on Iran to reopen the Straits of Hormuz. Oh my goodness. Market volatility. The VIX is way up. Is this Q4 of 1928? Oh my goodness. Volatility is higher than usual due to the quarterly event known as triple witching. So the options expire and futures and everything. Citigroup estimates that 5.7 trillion in March option futures and derivatives on stock indexes and exchange traded funds will expire today. President Trump on Thursday pressed for a de-escalation of attacks on Middle East energy sites following Iranian and Israeli strikes on major gas fields. President Trump said the U.S. wasn't involved in the South Pars attack and said Israel would refrain from further strikes on the site. Iran said it will target energy infrastructure in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. Oh my goodness. My goodness. In Dubai, the U.S., in retaliation for U.S. and Israeli airstrikes on its South Pars gas field and the oil industry facilities. My goodness, crude prices remain high despite attempts to boost global supplies. So the IEA last Wednesday released 400 million barrels of emergency oil stockpiles because the war against Iran is disrupting 7.5% of global oil supplies. I have to be kind of quiet this morning. Don't want to wake my family up. It's early. So, my goodness, the closure of the Straits of Hormuz, who would have thought? A fifth of the world's oil and natural gas flows. Gulf producers cut output. Iran has attacked 20 vessels in the Persian Gulf. Goldman Sachs warns that crude prices could exceed the 2008 record high of $150 a barrel. My goodness, the markets are discounting a 10% chance for a 0.25 basis point FOMC rate hike. Is the Federal Reserve going to save the day? Are they going to lower interest rates and bailouts to infinity? My goodness. The 10-year down by 10 ticks, and then the yield is up. They really actually need to be raising interest rates, but I don't know. With this hyperinflation and the war, the U.S., some are arguing the U.S. is broke. It's got $40 trillion in debt. Some are saying closer to 100 trillion in debt. U.S. stock, the Magnificent Seven are moving lower. Negative factor for the overall market. Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, and Meta are down more than and Nvidia is down nearly 1%, and Apple's tanking. And software stocks again are under pressure because of AI. CrowdStrike, Workday, Datadog, ServiceNow, Intuit, and Oracle are down more than 2%. Salesforce is down more than 1%. To lead the losers in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Autodesk, Adobe, and Palantir are down 1%. Is this right? Is this right news? Super Microcomputer is down negative 27% to lead the losers in the S&P 500 after the company reported that the U.S. Attorney's Office indicted 3 executives for allegedly conspiring to commit export control violations. I might sell a naked put on Super Microcomputer, pulling some premiums. Planet Labs is up 31%. ARM Holdings is up 6%. Rhythm Pharmaceuticals, Figs. So we've got a lot of news. Earnings are rolling in too. So this is what we have today on Friday. Nvidia is active, Tesla, Micron Technologies, Microsoft, SanDisk is off nearly 7%. That VIX, gold is off, peeling off. The VIX is at nearly 26, up 8%. Got to watch that VIX, and then the 10-year yield. U.S. stocks sink on fears that the war with Iran will keep interest rates very high. Brent crude briefly tops nearly $120 a barrel. Tesla faces wider probe of self-driving features. It prepares to sell cars without steering wheels. My goodness, is this end times, the book of Daniel playing out, the book of Revelation, book of Matthew? Super micro stock is getting crushed. Is it time to load up or stay far away? I'll sell a put on it possibly today. The stock market's off. Dow futures, minis off about 250 points. The VIX up big. The dollar is strong at 99.52. I don't know how long that's going to last. Crude oil's up to 97, close to $97 a barrel. Nat gas is active. Gold is off $30. Silver's off again. Man, I'd like to see silver go into 100% downtrend so I could back the truck up again. So this is what we have today. My goodness. So this is the news. I use this app that I designed for weather. It's called weathermist.com. Agentic AI, artificial intelligence, meets weather prediction and meteorology. Check out weathermist.com. So, incredible book. So, incredible app that I designed with my computer science. I ordered up new glasses. These are broken. They got tape on them. All right, from Costco, the Shaquille O'Neal glasses. I'll get them probably. I can't wait. Since I'm a computer scientist, I can get away with this having tape on my glasses because of my work with computer science. So check out my app that I own called weathermist.com. Artificial intelligence meets meteorology. I use it every day to predict weather, and it dynamically analyzes weather patterns in your specific location, and then you can use it for free, and then it updates dynamically and gives you a heads up on thunderstorms, hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, locusts, I guess, you name it. It's an incredible app. So run it about 10 minutes, but I want to go over my trading plan today and then take a look at that and see, what do I do? Where do I invest, that produce the greatest rate of return for myself? So I'm backing the truck up on Bitcoin, and I'm also backing the truck up on, I might purchase some more silver bullion on the dippy dip, but I'd like to see, again, silver bullion dip to as low as, say, $55 an ounce. And then when it does so, then it might, if it drops below $55 an ounce, it could go to $35 an ounce. So we'll see. You can check out my ebook that I penned recently. Introduction to AI, Artificial Intelligence has arrived. And then AI Prompt Engineering Masterclass, an epic course in prompt design and application. Check out the links below on Amazon Kindle for my new ebook titled AI Prompt Engineering Masterclass, an epic course in prompt design and application. So I don't run commercials on my channel, but I pen ebooks for myself, and then I offer solutions. Have you been displaced by AI? With your vocation? Check out the links below. You can see my ebook for free on AI Prompt Engineering Masterclass and learn how to become an expert in prompt engineering like myself. So that's what we have from our sponsors. I create solutions like how do we survive in this chaotic world. So let's look at the futures real quick. Again, this isn't financial advice. I have to be quiet because I don't want to wake the family up. It's early. So performance leaders, okay, on bar chart in the last year. So the last 52 weeks TTM, the best performing asset is silver with a positive 95 weighted alpha. But the worst performing commodity in the last 12 months that I want to own is Bitcoin futures, has a negative 24.29 weighted alpha. And underneath that is cocoa, orange juice, and then Bitcoin futures. So I'd be backing the truck up in cocoa and chocolate, but how do you store it? Nat gas is oversold technically, negative weighted alpha of 23.31, and lumber's oversold also, but the play is Bitcoin futures. So part of my trading plan today is to purchase. I'm going to DCA Bitcoin today, selling some more silver bullion products, even though the price is dipped. Let's look at my trading plan. I give free alpha if you stay with me to the end. So running about 12 minutes right now. My videos are unedited, but I'm getting a lot of traction. I want to welcome all my new subs, my new subscribers. And I also produce my videos on Twitter, on X. Stock market's off about 1%. Bitcoin's dipping. So my trading plan today is, let's look at super microcomputers. SMCI, super microcomputer is off. Is this real? This can't, let me read this news. It's off 28%. Boy, oh boy. Now the options expire, the puts, all right, the super microcomputer is at $22 off about 20, it's off 28%. So the $22 put, all right, expires in 7 days, is at $1, the high is $2, it's up. That's outrageous. Is that right? It's up about 4,000%, just out of the money. The 2150 is up 9,200%. So I might sell, go under the market, sell to open. I'm doing a trade here live, not financial advice. I don't know, I could sell, say, the $22 put at, say, $1.15, up 4,000% approximately, and then pull in the premium is, it's like pulling $1 premium, $1.10 premium on super microcomputer, selling the put and then do a spread and then purchase the $20 put. So do a spread there. But that's, I pull in, I'll net about 65 cents premium with a spread trade. So that might be worth it, and then purchasing that insurance at the $20 put level. So doing a trade here live. So I'm going to sell to open one of the $22 puts to open, limit GTC at, say, 115 to open, and then I'll purchase the put at, say, 47 cents. So it's a nice premium there in case the stock totally implodes. Super micro computer could go to zero, where they halt trading and then the stock goes bankrupt, or who knows, anything's possible. So I'm going to do a spread trade there on super micro. Again, not financial advice, just looking at selling a put, pulling in premiums, opportunity through adversity. So that's my trading plan. Let's see what's being reported on CNN. I look at CNN, Fox News, Deutsche Welle, Al Jazeera. Oh, Chuck Norris, news on Chuck Norris. Texas Rangers star. Just saw here that Chuck Norris has passed away. The karate expert, Hayata, or jiu-jitsu or kung fu. Texas Rangers. Oh, well, tip our hat, to Chuck Norris, man. Oil rises to 110 as Israel strikes Iran during Persian New Year. Analysts warn the war could keep prices high for years as energy infrastructure is damaged in the region, and the Straits of Hormuz is effectively shut. My goodness. Today's gas price is $3.91. This is the average price per gallon in the U.S. So I'm going to have to run out and get some fuel. Pain at the pump. March Madness, you like basketball? So, man, who's going to win? LA, the Lakers? I don't know. CBS News lays off 6%, kickstarting the Barry Weiss-led overhaul. A lot of people are being laid off and displaced because of AI. Man, FEMA, news on FEMA, GOP, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel. My goodness. There's news on CNN. President Trump just reported awards Navy football team commander-in-chief. So we got news there. And then let's see what Fox News. I look at both sides. I remain apolitical. Happening now. Trump honors Navy football team with commander-in-chief's trophy at the White House. Wow. American icon again, Chuck Norris dies at 86. Schumer and Warnock make the case for every bill they're trying to KILL. President Trump tears into NATO's cowards for lack of help. So the NATO, I guess a lot of the NATO countries don't want to get involved in the war in the Middle East. So William and Kate offered lessons for Harry and Meghan after Netflix deal ends. So, my goodness, the newsreels are something else to people. Stock market's off. Silver's off at $69, off $2. I run in about 20 minutes, but tell me what you think. Leave comments below. It's just, you got to be careful out there and watching those interest rates. Stocks decline again. The bond yield, crude oil's up at 97. Gold is peeling off. The S&P. Is this 1929 early part? What about Babson? Babson was laughed at. Super microcomputer, is it going to go bankrupt? Are they going to halt trading on super microcomputer? And the stock opens up at, no bid, offered at a penny because it's bankrupt? Could. They had accounting issues a year or so ago. So this is what we have. Bitcoin, dollar cost average hit, precious metals waiting to buy the dippy dip on. I don't try to time the market, but I want to add to my position in precious metals on the dippy dip. Crude oil, peace in the Middle East. So these are the news stories that are transpiring. So let's look at Al Jazeera real quick. Al Jazeera is reporting Switzerland halts weapon exports to U.S. due to Iran war, so Switzerland wants to remain independent. Trump lashes out at NATO cowards. Lack of support in the Iran war. Iran hits Kuwait oil refineries. So a lot of redundant news here. Al Jazeera, let's see BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. I look at all the different news agencies and then formulate a trading plan. I might do some more philanthropic work today too for some homeless outreach. Trump calls NATO allies cowards on the BBC. It would be easy for them to help open the Straits of Hormuz. So it's making the U.S. look kind of weak. So, my goodness. Backing the truck up into Bitcoin. March Madness, basketball, football, business and tech. So that's what we have on the BBC. I look at all the news, everyone. I say this every day. I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. So 21 minutes, great news reel. Get ready for the weekend, everyone, and have a super awesome, great day. And let the trend be your friend. Give thanks for your abundant supply that's now manifested. If you have food and water security and transportation and housing, you're very fortunate. A lot of people don't even have water. But check out my app that I own called weathermist.com. It helps you predict the weather using agentic AI. It's like having a meteorologist in your own pocket on your smartphone. Thanks, everyone. weathermist.com.